Hello,
And
everybody.
hello. It strikes me that I didn't change the background image, didn't do anything special to the slides, except write that we made it to number 42.
42.
Here we are. This is Gimbalabs weekly update 42, which sounds like fortitude, which is what the last few weeks have required. It's been hard work across the Cardano ecosystem. It's been hard work here at Gimbalabs. It's been amazing and challenging work, just all over the place. And we hope that if you're working hard out there, that you're catching our vibes. We love you. We know that we know why we're working hard. We know we're working hard because we're building new scaffolding, because we're going to build the world that we know can exist. That's what we do here at Gimbal Labs. For the last 42 weeks or so, we've missed a couple weeks. I should have counted how many weeks we've missed. I think it's 3 or 4. But we've been doing week updates since January of 2021. Today is the 18th of November, 2021. And every week since we received Catalyst funding, we have been providing a weekly update about what we've done, what our next steps are, and some next steps for the community. And we always like to start with some shout outs. So, Roberto, you got a few. I'll hand it off to you.
Yeah, I wanted to send a big shout out for Cardano Foundation. I know Jeremy, Felix, plenty of ambassadors. They are working hard to um, get more involved in Catalyst, and that's awesome news. I know they have a couple of great initiatives, and they started doing surveys on what are the Fund 7 challenges the community most yeah like and why. Yeah, it's great news that they are getting involved, so they can bring their perspective of community to Catalyst. So thanks and big shout out. I don't know if you want to say something from those lines. that, that's
You know what? It's been a little while since I've been in touch with CF, and I know that, like all of us, they're working hard to figure out how the heck you build the new kind of organization that the world needs. And we're just really grateful that y'all are doing that hard work. Um, Fortitude.
yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah, so big shout out for Koyo's team also. This week I've been looking closer at their work, and it's awesome. So big shout out to them again. I will share a bit more about their work in the next slides. I also want to shout out the Dandelion Alphas for having a beautiful, awesome uptime on their deployments. I will share a bit more about it in the next slides also. We have some news. And so big shout out to John, Steve, Jaime Caso, OCG, I mean, everybody. Ron, Ron, Tom, I will miss some names. So big shout out to the IAN contributors.
Amen. Amen. You guys, I dropped in about halfway through that meeting, and that conversation was on another level, thinking about the technical and incentivization work you guys are doing. But I won't. I want to let you get to that in the next slide. I got a shout out for the Juans, Juan Senior and Juan Junior. We've known the Juan since the early days of Gimbal Labs. Juan, thank you for all your guidance over these months. And Juan Jr., so good to meet you. Crypto Juan shared the Crypto Gang NFT project that he's working on right now. Really neat stuff. Much more to come on that, and we're excited to be part of the fans and family base of that project. So yeah, excited to watch you grow and to your success. Huge shout out to everybody who's taking on the work of leading a challenge in, love it. Well,
Big shout out to A also.
hey, as always. Oh man. Everybody who took on the work of leading a challenge for Fund 7 of Project Catalyst, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was a new and different kind of vibe the last 2 Wednesdays, hearing from so many different people with their ideas about how challenges are going to work. We are so grateful and so excited. This is the direction Catalyst is going. Could spend a whole hour just talking about that, what it means, but we have the next 3 months and the next years to continue to watch this system go online, and we're here for it. We're really excited. And special shout out to Melanie for the nudge to get involved on one of those challenge teams. Thank you. I'm excited to be helping out with the challenge setting teams. Just really excited to be looking forward to future rounds and helping to play a role in that. So thank you, Melanie. So what are we doing? What can you tell us about the Dandelion IAN?
IAN, CLB, I love acronyms. What can I say? So we've deployed the first CLB stands for Centralized Load Balancer, and IAN, it's Incentivized Alpha Network, as you might know already. So we've deployed this first version, really a static version of the centralized load balancer with public metrics on how many requests and how many time the deployments from the operators are serving. Those are gonna serve us to account all these early efforts to make this network something workable for other people, to compensate all these efforts in the future. That connects to the next point, which is that we've been discussing the first draft for what could be Dandelion tokenomics. In our last open call, we presented, I personally presented that draft, real early alpha draft of what it could be. This is a collaborative effort to try and make something organic and sustainable. We need to discuss that with our community, which is currently close to 10 to 12 people. We will use the centralized load balancer to compensate that those those metrics from the centralized load balancer will be incorporated into the tokenomics and help to bootstrap the economic sustainability of this project. Because it's not all about Catalyst, right? We have infrastructure. We need to sell the access and make this an engine that can be hopefully how you say it, an infinite. I lost the words in English, but
right, it's going to sustain itself.
Yeah, infinite movement. We can. Yeah. Also, I wanted to say that we have almost integrated Koyos API. We need to integrate the cron jobs that update some tables, but it's working. So next step is that the IAN operators deploy it, and we can have yet another distributed service behind the community service. It will be probably next week. I have deployed that by myself, but we need every operator to deploy it, so we can announce it as a new community service, so people can start using that amazing project. I'm loving it. It's a really like queries won't kill your Postgres database, and will give you all the needed information for building a light wallet.
It's amazing.
It's great.
Koios was a Fund 6 Catalyst funded project in part, and I mean, those voting results came in so recently. It's just awesome to see them. You know, they've already been working on it. They're already putting things out in the community.
Yep.
Thanks.
Also, yeah, the never-ending update of TP-Sync is going on. We will have a new version, number 12. Yeah, we've been fixing bugs, improving the Dandelion, customized Dandelion project in general.
So much to love about 42. And hey, a shout out that I didn't remember to put on the slide, but also part of what we're doing. Roberto, thank you for coming to the Plutus project-based learning team today to talk about Dandelion. I felt the earth shifting under me, that conversation. It was really exciting to be getting more and more people involved and asking questions about that visit or that vision. And yeah, and then when Dimitri showed up, having the chance to really kind of build that conversation, that was a really exciting call.
Yeah, it was fun to revisit the decentralized storage and some other problems we need to solve if we want to build truly the apps.
Yeah. Speaking of dApps, we are in infrastructure mode. We're building, of course, the infrastructure for the upcoming Password Chaos project. And hey, Steve. And we're being really creative with what that NFT infrastructure entails. I'm really excited to see it come out into the world. And I'm just really excited that we have so many different people working on this vision for what an NFT will be. So much more to come on that. Both of these bullet points are the same as last week. More on that in a moment. We're in final content review for the Gimbalabs.com refresh. Just really excited to be tying up these projects among everything else that's going on, so we can put them in your hands and also see what we want to work on next. So with that said, we are building technical, community, and educational infrastructure nonstop. And we recognize that because we're in such deep building mode, we don't want to keep coming on every week and telling you, hey, we're deep in building mode. So we're gonna take a week off. It's a holiday here in the United States called Thanksgiving, so we're gonna be off next Thursday, taking a break. But moving forward, we're going to run the weekly update bi-weekly. If anybody has good ideas for what to call it instead, fortnightly or fortnight updates is at the top of our list right now. It'll be at this time every other Thursday. And again, the reason we're making this change is it really allows us to do the deep work and then to report with something substantial every 2 weeks instead of scrambling to tell you, hey, we're still just working really hard. So hope that's okay with everybody. And of course, we are always iterating. So if it's the right move to go back to weekly, we will know that and we will do so. So that's the plan there with next steps. Your next steps. This is where it gets exciting. You want to take this one, partner?
Sure. So this centralized load balancer, it's behind the regular APIs network dandelion link. So please try all them and get a sense of how they work. I mean, it should be transparent for you, but just to let you know that it's not community service on this subdomain is not just me. It's not just me running this service. It's the work of many people now, and it will make a community service a true community effort. Please, as usual, use it not carefully. Try to break it and report any bug you find and anything you you can suggest. Please go break it and tell us.
I've seen a lot. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, yeah, I just read your comment in to the chat. I didn't know wildcard is 42 Unicode.
I think that's where the idea really comes from, right? The secret to everything is the wild card. That's my theory anyway, but I've seen a lot of spreadsheets in my life, and you shared with us that snapshot yesterday of just really starting to see, even though it's a centralized load balancer, right? Seeing that I can go to one URL and it's routing traffic to these different people I know to do the things that I need to do. It's an unbelievable feeling just to look at that beginning data and do thank you. I mean, for your vision as always, but the fact that you've delivered it to this point, it's unbelievable. It's really, really amazing to see, and we're so excited. So thanks, brother.
Thank the people that it's behind that fully qualified domain name.
That's right. That's right. Amen. You knew that when you named it. Named what? So your next steps, here's our updated calendar. I think, thanks, Zach. Yeah, the 42 video. I went through all the weekly updates actually last week, just doing content revisions for the Gimbalabs website. It was pretty incredible to get to look at everything that's going on. And just to see the different people who have been on over these 42 sessions, the different things we've been talking about, the experiments that we did back in March and April that I forgot about. It's really neat to see this all coming together. And one of the things that's happened is we've refined our weekly calendar over the last few weeks. And I think I've got all the dates and times right this time. Nope, I don't. I forgot the word Tuesday right here. Yep. But we do a weekly Gimbalabs playground meeting at 5 p.m. UTC. That will not be at Gimbalabs Discord next Tuesday, but look for information in our server about the Cardano for Climate session that they're running. It's not really a playground takeover. It's very much their own session, but we want to send a lot of love their way. So anybody who's typically at Playground, if you're around at the regular time on Tuesday, make sure to head over there. This ought to say every other Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. UTC for Dandelion Gardeners meeting. All of these, you can see the details in the Discord server or at gimbalabs.com/calendar. And then we do our Plutus meetings. We do PBL office hours. PBL stands for Project-Based Learning. And this is a high-level conversation thinking about what it means to develop in Plutus and all the questions we have as we're learning together. And then live coding sessions are on Thursdays at 3 p.m. UTC. And finally, this weekly update will now be every other Thursday at 8:30 p.m. UTC. So the next time we'll see you will be on December 2nd. I like how people light up the chat this time of day. This is fun, guys. Thanks for being here. Anybody got any questions about anything we shared today?
Oh, something's gonna explode here.
Is dinner ready? That must be the time. Man, if the word gimbals, I mean, that would be cool. That would be cool. If we could figure out the math there, I'm sure there's some way we could do it. Yeah. This is what happens. Nerds having fun. But hey, we're really glad to be here with you guys. Really excited for putting some things out into the world and then seeing what comes next. So until next time, much
See
love.
you.
Cheers.